Moturayo Ayegbayo. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has declared that there is no going back on the conduct of Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections. The Osun State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Osbc, made the declaration during the collection and distribution of sensitive materials from the Central Bank of Nigeria in Osogbo, the state capital. Oluchi Amuda has the details.
In preparatory to the presidential and National Assembly elections holding on Saturday, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has commenced the collection of sensitive materials lodged with the Central Bank of Nigeria for onward distribution to INEC offices in all the local government areas across the state. While addressing newsmen, the Osun Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Osbc, said the agency has put all necessary machineries in motion to ensure the success of the election.
What you have seen on ground are the ballot papers, result sheets of presidential election, senatorial election, and House of Representatives with their, result sheet. Now, we are going to arrange them painstakingly, take them one after the other, area by area, local government by local government, unit by unit. Everything will be badged and we'll transport them to various local government. All these are indications that the commission is ready for this election.
While answering questions about the preparedness of the commission towards the protection of lives of both the staff and ad hoc staff of INEC that will be involved in the election, going by the recent attacks on the commission's facilities in different parts of the country, the INEC rec assured that the electoral umpire is on top of the situation. Dr. Osbc noted that security operatives have been deployed to all INEC offices across the country to safeguard lives and property.
The commission is in touch. The commission is talking. The commission is arranging and having proper understanding with our ISS members. The synergy is on ground. Most of our local government offices are well secured.
The presidential and National Assembly elections are billed to hold on the 25th of this month, while doubts of the governorship and state houses of assembly will come up on the 11th of next month. Oluchi Amuda, Osbc News.
Meanwhile, the CBN initially barred journalists in Osun State from covering the distribution of sensitive materials by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Journalists who spoke in separate interviews with Osbc News described the situation as unacceptable for the conduct of free, fair, and credible election in Nigeria. Oluchi Amuda completes the story.
With just few days to the much-awaited 2023 election, and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Osun State had announced it will carry out the collection of sensitive materials lodged with the Central Bank of Nigeria for deployment to its local government offices in Osun State. Drama, however, ensued when journalists that were on ground to cover the collection and distribution of the sensitive materials were prevented from entering the office of the Central Bank of Nigeria by officers of the Department of State Services (DSS), who claimed to be acting on orders from above.
That's the directives from the management there. So please, if they say if you want to do anything, that you get to the other side there and do.
The Osun Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Osbc, who frowned seriously at the situation, registered his displeasure about the overzealousness of the security officers, which he described as detrimental to the growth of democracy. Some of the journalists who have been around the premises as early as 8 o'clock in the morning could not comprehend the reason newsmen should not be allowed to carry out their constitutional duties of keeping the public informed about the electoral process, most especially when the general election is just around. Kionla and Mr. Toba Adedeji described the situation as unacceptable, bearing in mind that all the stakeholders in the electoral process have different roles to play towards ensuring the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections in Nigeria.
We're also scared, and I'm worried that this is happening. This is for the first time that in the last 20-something years that we've returned to democracy. This is the first time that will be banned from gaining access to the CBN to monitor disbursement of this sensitive material. Even the reg, you can hear the reg was shouting on the top of his voice that why will you not allow the media to come in? But they said it's order from above. One of them even said erroneously that since 1992 media has not been allowed to come into the CBN. So I don't know why the CBN is doing this. There is nothing that warrants it as we speak, particularly in this Osun State, that why CBN should bar journalists from gaining access to look at the way material is being disbursed. Political party representatives are also here. They're also not allowed to come in. So it's worrisome.
I've been here as early as 8 a.m. just to witness the collection of the sensitive material for distribution by INEC. But when we arrived this place around that after 8, the security said no, they will not allow us in. So we are thinking, okay, if the INEC official they are around, I think they will. So, but unfortunately, when the REC arrived, he insisted that we must enter. So, but for us at now, they deny journalists and also the
presidential and National Assembly elections. Oluchi Amuda, Osbc News.
2 members of the People's Democratic Party in Ilesha have been shot dead, with a third one in coma. Those killed were suspected thugs of the All Progressives Congress include Rafiu Quadri of Ilosi, Elijah Babayewe from Anyiri, Waibenga Femi from Olorun-Shogo is in state of coma. Reports from Ijeshelan revealed that the gunmen attacked a group of reportedly shot sporadically into the midst of jubilant PDP supporters as targets, as many also sustained gunshot injuries and are receiving treatment in various